Let's get to our underdog picks.
Yes. So I've got a Howard, and you can feel free to. I think did you guys do suspicious lines yesterday, or is that today on the show?
We did not do it yesterday. We might do it today. I'm
So if
still
you get
kind of
into
mulling it over.
if you get into some suspicious lines, I got a suspicious one here. Underdog has the pass attempts set for Jameis Winston at 33.5. This is a huck it, chuck it player that in the last 3 games that he started has not thrown less than 40. He's throwing 41, 45, 46, letting it fly. And they say 33.5 this week. For me, I'll tell you what, out in fantasy land, that is scary for the likes of Elijah Moore and Cedric Tillman and David Njoku and all these guys, because you can't get 8, basically all of them got either 8 or 10 targets this week. You can't have that happen if this guy's throwing 30 times. And because of how suspicious that number is, 33.5, I'm actually going to go lower. I'm going to lean into the narrative. I think Pittsburgh slows this game down. They take away what Jameis Winston wants to do, and Winston does not have the huck it chuck it game, and it is kind of a low, boring game. So I'm actually going to go lower on 33.5 pass attempts for JMO.
Yeah, I'm kind of in on that with you as well. You look at what Vegas puts as far as these go, and it's the infamous over is the infamous minus 130, and the under is minus 105. And like when you see that minus 130, it always, if it doesn't make you suspicious, you should be suspicious. So I like
Right.
your thinking on that front. As well. I think that's a good solid play.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
you gotta
juice.
love the garbage truck right outside my place right now.
That's why I think this game's going to be a big garbage truck, dude. It's it knew what we were talking about on that front, and I gotta say I like the under. I think this is going to be a classic grind it out game. I think that both T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett have done enough trash talking that they're going to be trying to get after the quarterback, and I think it's just going to be a lot of punts and a lot of field goals in this one. So I'm going lower there. What about you, Howard? What are you feeling for a
So I
underdog
went
pick?
with Jalen Warren. He's starting to see a little bit more of an expanded role, and I'm wavering between higher than 2.5 receptions or higher than 37.5 rushing yards. Now he's cleared the 37.5 rushing yard total in each of his last 4 games, which is why I'm kind of leaning in that direction, because they are giving him a little bit more work. My concern, as you just mentioned, is the pass rush there for
Right.
for the Browns, and whether or not that limits the amount of running that Jalen Warren does. And, are we going to see a couple of more dump offs go his way? So I'm waffling between the two. For right now, I will say higher than 37.5 rushing yards for Jalen Warren, but I reserve the right to change my mind to higher than 2.5 receptions.